If you're relocating from California, you've probably noticed the home prices, taxes, and pace of life have gotten harder to justify, especially if you're raising a family. You might be hearing about Florida, specifically Jacksonville, as this rising alternative with space, sunshine, and better cost of living. But what no one tells you is it's not just the big things that feel different once you move. It's the everyday pace, how people talk, how they spend their weekends, and even what normal looks like for schools and communities. Today, I'm breaking down the real differences you'll feel when you move from California to Jacksonville, both the good and the not so glamorous. If we haven't met yet, I'm Josh Rogers. I've been a real estate agent here in Northeast Florida for the past 15 years, and I lead the F3 home team. Over the years, my team and I have helped hundreds of families relocate, many of them from California, and find a home that's actually a great fit for how they want to live. And truthfully, it almost always starts with a text. So if you're just starting to explore what life could look like here in Jacksonville, send me a quick message. I'll help you start narrowing down some neighborhoods that match your pace, your values, and your day-to-day lifestyle. Let's start with something that hits home for a lot of California families. One of the first and biggest differences you'll feel when relocating to Jacksonville is what your money can actually buy. In Jacksonville, your money stretches farther. Whether you're looking for a move-in, ready home, new construction, or something with a big yard in a top school zone, you can actually find it here without $1 million budget. This one is huge, because let's be honest, if you're coming from California, chances are you've either been priced out of the market or you're just plain tired of stretching every dollar just to make your mortgage or rent. In Jacksonville, you'll feel the difference right away. Your money just goes further. You can find a 4-bedroom single-family home in a great school zone with a backyard and maybe even a pool for the same price as a 1-bedroom condo in Orange County or a fixer in the Bay Area. That shift alone changes the conversation for families. Suddenly, you can prioritize space, comfort, and convenience instead of constantly compromising or house hacking just to get in the door. And because there's still land to build on here, new construction is thriving, which means more options, more incentives, and often fewer bidding wars compared to the aggressive markets you may be used to. But it's not all upside. With affordability often comes a different aesthetic. You're not going to find rows of charming 1920s bungalows or mid-century modern gems with character and walkability on every block. Instead, Jacksonville neighborhoods tend to lean more suburban, with practical floor plans, 2-car garages, and homes built in the 2000s or newer. Many are in planned communities with HOAs, cul-de-sacs, and shared amenities like pools or playgrounds. So while you gain a lot of value, you might feel like you're giving up some of the architectural personality or trendy charm that certain California neighborhoods are known for. The trade-off is lifestyle, space, affordability, newer homes, and less financial pressure, and that naturally leads into another big adjustment you'll feel once you're actually living here. How different the day-to-day pace and layout of life really is. Coming from California, especially cities like Los Angeles or San Francisco, you're probably accustomed to a certain level of density. Everything from shops and restaurants to schools and parks are often within walking distance or a short drive. In Jacksonville, the landscape is quite different. Jacksonville is the largest city by land area in the contiguous United States. This means that while there's plenty of space, it also results in a more spread out cityscape. Neighborhoods are often separated by longer stretches of road, and amenities might not be as clustered as you're used to. This spread out nature offers benefits like larger lots and less congestion, but it also means you'll likely be driving more. Public transportation options are limited, and walkability varies greatly between neighborhoods. For daily errands, commuting, or social activities, having a car becomes almost essential. While the increased space can be a welcome change, it's important to consider how this shift in layout might impact your daily routines and lifestyle preferences. Now let's delve into how this expansive layout influences the overall pace and lifestyle in Jacksonville. In contrast to the fast-paced lifestyle of many Californian cities, Jacksonville offers a more relaxed and family-oriented environment. The city's rhythm is slower, with a focus on community and quality of life. You'll notice that people take the time to engage in conversations. Neighbors often know each other, and there's a general sense of community involvement. This can be a refreshing change, especially for families seeking a supportive environment. However, if you're used to a bustling nightlife, a plethora of entertainment options, and a constant buzz of activity, Jacksonville's laid-back atmosphere might require some adjustment. While there are cultural events and activities, they might not be as frequent or diverse as those in larger Californian cities. Now, speaking of community, let's explore how this sense of connection manifests in Jacksonville's neighborhoods. One of the most noticeable cultural shifts you'll experience is the friendliness and openness of Jacksonville residents. Strangers often greet each other, neighbors engage in conversations, and there's a general willingness to connect. This Southern hospitality can be heartwarming and helps in building a sense of belonging. However, if you're more accustomed to the reserved interactions common in many Californian cities, this level of openness might take some getting used to. It's not uncommon for neighbors to invite you to community events, local gatherings, or simply stop by for a chat. Embracing this aspect of Jacksonville life can really enrich your experience and help you integrate more smoothly into your new environment. Let's now discuss how this community-centric approach extends to the educational landscape in Jacksonville. Like we all know, education is a significant consideration for families relocating, and Jacksonville presents a different educational environment compared to many Californian districts. And in Jacksonville, there's a strong emphasis on traditional educational values, community involvement, and character development. Schools often focus on creating a balanced environment that nurtures both academic and personal growth. However, if you're coming from a highly competitive academic setting with a focus on advanced placement courses and early college preparation, you might find the pace here to be more measured. It's essential to research individual schools and districts to find the right fit for your child's educational needs. Lastly, I'd like us to touch upon the climatic differences that can impact your daily life in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's climate is characterized by hot, humid summers and mild winters. The humidity levels can be significantly higher than what you're used to in California, leading to a different kind of heat experience. Summers often bring afternoon thunderstorms, and the air can feel heavy and moist. This might require adjustments in your daily routines, such as scheduling outdoor activities during cooler parts of the day and ensuring proper home cooling systems. Now, on the flip side, the mild winters are a pleasant change, allowing for year-round outdoor activities without the need for heavy winter clothing. Understanding these climatic nuances is crucial for setting realistic expectations and preparing for your new life in Jacksonville. I get it. Relocating from California to Jacksonville brings a whole mix of changes. Some exciting, some surprising, and some that just take a little getting used to. But having a local expert on your side makes all the difference. So if you're seriously considering making the move and you want to land in a neighborhood that's the right fit for your lifestyle and your family's needs, just text me. We'll send you some options for neighborhoods that actually match how you want to live, so you can start fresh in a home that feels like it was made for you. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you in the next video.